Eaton on the far left-hand side of your picture there. Wait for the ready-to-race board to be displayed. 5 laps then. Q2 race 1 for round 11 of Titans RX here at Estering in Germany. Very long hold for the drivers, lights out and blast off. Great start then from Panhauser. Good launch also from Webb. Keep an eye out for August. Eaton struggles to get away well from pole position. Down to the first corner is Panhauser who has the advantage. And August into the back there with Eaton on the inside. She goes up into second position. Bit of contact there with August. Side by side they come. But Eaton does get into second position at the end of the first corner.
Eaton was not afraid to stick her elbows out there, was she? She was all the way back in, I think it was about P4 on the way into the corner, but second on the way out. So really sticking her elbows out, battling her way up through the pack.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Abbie Eaton. She's already trying to go on to the attack against Werner Panhauser. The good thing here for Eaton is that she does have a bit more seat time in the Pantera, despite not having as much rallycross experience, so maybe that could be an advantage for her. Out of the final corner, she's really getting the hang of this machine and is looking very menacing indeed. Through turn 1 we go. She wasn't quite able to make anything stick there, but also Olli Webb not doing too bad of a job. He's in 4th position. Don't forget, of course, he missed Hungary last time out, the previous weekend of the championship, but he's not doing too badly there in 4th place, keeping on the coattails of Mandie August. There is Panhauser getting it sideways, running a bit wide, and a bit of contact there sends Eaton into the barrier. That's going to be some broken suspension for Abbie Eaton. Oh, absolutely a big shame there for Abbie Eaton. She clips the barrier there after contact with Panhauser, and that is going to be her race run.
Yeah, so disappointing there for Abbie Eaton. She was on the perfect line coming through turn 2. You have to keep it really tight through there. Panhauser ran wide and then just tried to shut the door, but Abbie was there, so disappointment for her. Really, really disappointed.
Yeah, it really is for Abbie Eaton. No fault of her own, sadly ending up out of the race. I wonder whether race direction will view that as a racing incident, but, or whether it will be a bit more than that. Interesting to see what happens. There is Mandie August in P2, drives with the Munich Motorsport outfit, of course, in Euro RX, and isn't doing too bad of a job there in second position. He's closing up into the back of Werner Panhauser here, so as she gets acquainted with the Pantera machine, will she, for 2 rooms, to be a bit of a threat? Wide there through the penultimate corner for Panhauser, allows August to close up once again, and through the final corner we go. Panhauser, he's just a bit too sideways here more than anything. It's a very spectacular style, but it's not the fastest way to get around a track.
Yeah, not quite got it hooked up there, has he? Maybe not quite got the flow of the car the way he wants it. He's just running a little bit too wide out of each corner, and that's just allowing everybody to catch up on them. But because it's such a narrow circuit, you're not quite able to take full advantage.
The man who's in the pound seats here is Oliver Webb, who is in 3rd position now in this race. He's ready to take profit if anything comes to blows between August and Panhauser. Through the left hand they go, side by side. Panhauser runs wide and he loses the lead to Mandie August. That was audacious from August to seize an opportunity through that section. I tell you, that's a good way to try out the hospital food here at Estering, but she does manage to make that move stick into the race lead, and now Panhauser has got Olli Webb all over his rear spoiler, trying to find his way through on this final lap.
Yeah, Mandie August got quite lucky there, because Panhauser done the same thing to her as he did to Abbie Eaton, and swung across the front of her, but this time Mandie was able to shut the door on him, and it pushed him out wide.
Or Panhauser again, that tight line there, but he just runs wide in the second phase of that corner. That's what allows Webb to close up, going through the left and the right-hander. If he can launch and move down to the penultimate corner, it could be very inspired there from Oliver Webb. Through into that corner we go, but no opportunity presenting itself for Webb. Through the final corner we go, and Mandie August takes her first win in Titans RX. Q2 race 1 belongs to the German driver. 2nd place is Werner Panhauser. 3rd is Oliver Webb, and then 4th is Reini Sampl. Abbie Eaton down in 5th place. Sadly, a DNF for her after the contact she had with Werner Panhauser. It's not going to be a DNF, actually. She is managing to continue on in this race.